Senegal versus Ivory Coast. Which country is better? Hello Displorers, welcome back to another exciting video and thanks for watching. You guys seem to really like these comparison videos, though a handful of people still don't get the point of these videos. We have been receiving lots of requests to compare Senegal to Mali, Senegal to Burkina Faso, Ivory Coast to Senegal and Ivory Coast to Cameroon, so our internal team decided to go with Senegal and Ivory Coast. In this video, we shall be putting two great West African countries, Senegal and Ivory Coast, against each other to see who comes on top. Both countries are great nations with similarities such as the French language being the official language, and they also have many aspects that set them apart. Many factors go into deciding which country is a better option, such as the primary aim of the trip and what you intend doing in other countries. If you're new here, welcome. Be sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications so you don't miss any of our daily uploads. In this video, we shall put both countries face to face in terms of geography and demography, infrastructure, economy, standard of living, tourism, and security, to see which country comes on top in what aspect and overall. But first, let us start with the demography and geography of both countries. Geography and demography. Senegal is a country in West Africa bordered by Mauritania in the north, Mali to the east, Guinea to the southeast, and Guinea-Bissau to the southwest. Senegal covers a land area of almost 197,000 kilometers square and has a population of around 16 million, with both its economic and political capital at Dakar. Senegal is mainly a sunny and dry country with typically Sahelian climate, though there is a rainy season. The dry season is dominated by a hot, dry harmattan wind with annual rainfall of about 600 mm when maximum temperatures average 30 degrees centigrade and minimums 24.2 degrees centigrade. In Tambacounda in the far interior, particularly on the border of Mali where the desert begins, temperatures can reach as high as 54 degrees centigrade. The northernmost part of the country has a near-hot desert climate, the central part has a hot semi-arid climate, and the southernmost part has a tropical wet and dry climate. Ivory Coast, on the other hand, is a country of western sub-Saharan Africa, bordered by Liberia and Guinea in the west, Mali and Burkina Faso in the north, Ghana in the east, and the Gulf of Guinea in the south, with a land area of 322,463 km square, inhabited by 23.8 million people. The climate of Ivory Coast is generally warm and humid, ranging from equatorial in the southern coast to tropical in the middle and semi-arid in the far north. There are 3 seasons: warm and dry from November to March, hot and dry from March to May, and hot and wet from June to October. The warmest month with the highest average high temperature is April, with temperatures at 31.2 degrees centigrade. For this first part, we examine how comfortable the climate, relief, and environment of one country is compared to the other. So for this round, Ivory Coast with a milder temperature than Senegal wins. Infrastructure. Infrastructure in Senegal is on its way to being efficient and up to date, as Senegal currently spends $911 million on infrastructure each year, but $312 million is wasted due to inefficiencies. In terms of physical infrastructure, Air Senegal's fleet currently consists of 6 aircraft, and the country currently has 2 international airports and about 17 regional airports. The total railway line length in the country currently stands at 906 kilometers. The roads network is estimated at about 14,500 kilometers, of which 4,500 kilometers are paved. Additionally, only 61% of the population has access to electricity, and internet connection is still to penetrate the entire country. Dakar, its capital, is very beautiful with exotic buildings and clean streets. Akon is currently building a new city in Senegal. Upon completion, the city will be one of the most beautiful cities in Africa. On the other hand, Ivory Coast road network spreads over 85,000 kilometers, consisting of 75,000 unpaved, 65,000 kilometers, and 224 kilometers highways. It provides national and international traffic with neighboring countries. Ivory Coast greatly contributed to developing maritime transport by building 2 ports on its seaside, namely, Autonomous Port of Abidjan, sometimes referred to as Long of Ivorian Economy, and the San Pedro Port. The total traffic in 2005 by adding importation to exportation was 18,661,784 tons for autonomous port of Abidjan and 1,001,991 tons for San Pedro. Ivory Coast has 3 international airports located in Abidjan, Yamoussoukro, and Bouaké. 14 smaller cities also possess regional airports, the most important of which is Daloa, Korhogo, Man, Odiene, and San Pedro. In total, Ivory Coast has about 27 airports. Abidjan, its economic capital city, is one of the most beautiful cities in Africa, with its paved roads and railroads and the seaport to boot. Ivory Coast has better infrastructure than Senegal. Economy. Predominantly rural and with limited natural resources, the economy of Senegal gains most of its foreign exchange from fish, phosphate, groundnuts, tourism, and services. The agricultural sector of Senegal is highly vulnerable to variations in rainfall and changes in world commodity prices. The former capital of French West Africa is also home to banks and other institutions which serve all Francophone West Africa and is a hub for shipping and transport in the region. Senegal also has one of the best developed tourist industries in Africa. Senegal depends heavily on foreign assistance and is a member of the World Trade Organization. The nominal GDP is currently estimated at $23.50 billion. The economy of Ivory Coast, on the other hand, is stable and currently growing in the aftermath of political instability in recent decades. Ivory Coast is largely market-based and depends heavily on the agricultural sector. Almost 70% of the Ivorian people are engaged in some form of agricultural activity. GDP per capita grew 82% in the 1960s, reaching a peak of growth of 360% in the 1970s. A majority of the population remains dependent on smallholder cash crop production, with principal exports being coffee, cocoa, and tropical woods, bringing in an estimated nominal GDP of $58.203 billion as of 2020. With a higher GDP of over $58 billion compared to Senegal's almost $24 billion, it is an indication that Ivory Coast has a better economy than Senegal. Standard of living. The standard of living of any country is determined by the GDP per capita of that country. Hence, a country with a higher GDP per capita has a higher standard of living. Senegal is a low-income earning country with a GDP per capita of $1,650, while that of Ivory Coast is $2,159. This is just an indication that Ivory Coast has a higher standard of living than Senegal. Tourism. From a relatively small industry at the introduction of the first Club Med resort in the 1970s, tourism has grown to be an important part of the Senegalese economy. Since the 1990s, Senegal has made an effort to reach beyond visitors from all around the world to visit tourist attractions such as Banjul Coastal Resorts, St. Louis in Dakar, the Mauritania Holy Center of Touba, Gorée Island, formerly a center of the West African slave trade and a UNESCO World Heritage Site, which keeps tourists coming back for more. Tourism earnings for Senegal was estimated at $300 billion in 2016. Ivory Coast tourism industry has developed significantly since the early 1970s. In 1998, there were 301,039 arriving tourists, including more than 73,000 from Germany, France, and United Kingdom, who flock in to enjoy sites such as beaches, tourist villages, and photo safaris through wildlife reserves in the country. Tourism averagely brought in an estimated $477 million in 2016. However, those figures have drastically increased over the years. The tourism industry in both countries is highly developed that, after Nigeria and Ghana, Senegal and Ivory Coast bring in the most tourists into the region. Security. The security of both citizens and visitors to a country should contribute a whole lot to determine which country is better than its counterpart. The common crimes in Senegal include theft, carjacking, and some drug-related crimes. The crime level in Senegal is 37.50, meaning for every 100,000 people, about 38 crimes are committed. Crimes in Ivory Coast may include violent crime, such as carjacking, robbery, and home invasion is common. Terrorists may also attack with little or no warning, targeting areas frequented by foreigners, such as beaches. The crime level in Ivory Coast may not be the highest in Africa, but it is most definitely higher than that of Senegal, at 55.88. meaning that for every 100,000 people, about 56 crimes are committed, which is pretty high compared to that of Senegal, indicating that Senegal is safer than Ivory Coast. Conclusion: the battle between Senegal and Ivory Coast has been one big interesting ride, but then we need to see which one came up on top. Senegal got 2 points for a better tourism sector and a more secured environment, while Ivory Coast got 4 points for standard of living, economy, infrastructure, and also a better climate than Senegal, hence emerging the winner of this battle. But remember what we said at the beginning of this video. Your choice of which country you prefer depends on your primary reason for the trip. So come on, do you and be happy. Thanks for watching this video, Displorers. Which countries would you like us to compare next? Kindly leave your suggestions in the comment section and we will be sure to grant your request. Also, if you did enjoy this video, do not forget to give it a thumbs up and be sure to share with your friends.